Yeah, that one. And then they're like, the secret ingredient is, and then the episode ends. Classic. That's where little kids grew trust issues.
Kids these days aren't even seeing that episode anymore. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They're getting a whole different SpongeBob.
It's not worth it, dude. Not like the OGs.
Dude, F that noise.
I saw a video today that was like a. Do you remember that video where like SpongeBob breaks his butt?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys, he like lands on his butt and he like messes it up, and then he's like trying to avoid people that could like potentially hurt his butt. And wait, was this the
That
Flats
premise is
episode? Did
great.
Flats actually kick his butt at some point? Maybe it was. But so basically, there was like this line. They're like, "Oh, we made the longest spank line."
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
like
The
7
butt
miles,
slap
and it's
thing.
like one after the other, people getting slapped, and then Squidward walks up to the front line. He's like, "Where's the line?"
Squidward's kinky, bro.
Yeah, dude, Squidward's on it. He's into something.
The show's
Shout out
incredible.
Squidward.
Oh, Squiddy. Are we filming?
We
Or
are
not?
filming.
Nice.
Cool. Okay, we get right into it. Episode. Hold up. I wrote down what episode it was. I'm blanking right now. I usually always remember.
It is
19.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby. One away from 20. Oh, dude. Next episode is going to be.
We're gonna beat
bonkers.
teenage pregnancy.
Yeah, dude. Literally. We made it 20 episodes without killing each other. That's crazy. Ooh, what a thought. Yeah. Episode 19, baby. That's funny. So recording. Hey, guys. We're going to keep it nice and sweet today. We decided. It's. What are we at, guys? Like what? I want to call it like a week after when we'd usually record. Because of just life situations.
We're just late right now.
Yeah. Hey, it's what happens. So, people watching, usually what we do is we record usually, I don't know, 10-ish days ahead of time so that we can not do anything for a couple days and let it sit in and then like sink in and kind of just think about what we did. And then we'll edit it and then we do it. So usually, but now we're on a 5-day clock or whatever. So we're going to keep it very short today. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, and there's also there's a chance that this is a completely uncut episode. Connor, say hello to the people while I pull up our plan.
Okay, so we have a plan. It's a super good plan. You guys are gonna love this plan that we have. And I'm not stalling. I'm just really, really excited about the plan and what the plan will entail.
Would you say the plan has steps?
No, we've evolved past steps for the plan. The plan is
It's more like a
question. If you want to give Poppy shit in the comments, go. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Shout out to my boys who give me shit.
No. Yeah, dude. All day.
Someone asked you.
Dude, I'm just trying to make sure we don't do things that we've already done. We definitely did that one. Let's see. Oh, this one we definitely haven't done. This will be fun. Okay. What are we going to start with today? Connor, give us an adjective.
An adjective. Let's go with grimy.
Coom, adjective.
Seductive.
I like that combo.
Poppy, adjective. A lot of adjectives going on right now.
A lot of adjectives indeed. Painful.
Plural noun for me. I'm going to go with cacti. Connor, number.
A number. Let's go with 487.
Fact. Coom, noun.
Mother.
Mother. Poppy, noun.
We're gonna go with semi-truck.
My favorite
Sure, why
noun.
not? All right, I got plural noun. I'm gonna go. I think I got plural nouns last. Yeah, I did. Let's go with let's go with Ariana Grande's.
Oh, like multiple
Yeah,
Ariana
multiple of the
Grandes.
Arianas.
All right. All right.
Connor, noun.
A noun. Let's go with flotation device.
I agree with that. Flotation device. Coom, noun.
Liquid.
I don't know why I thought that was funny. Poppy, adjective.
Serendipitous.
Serendipitous. I'm so glad this doesn't come up on the screen because I can tell you without a doubt that I spelled it incorrectly.
I would have spelled it wrong
Right.
too.
Noun. For me, I'm going to go with toilet. Connor, adjective.
Let's go with. I'm gonna lock in the adjective teal.
Okay, let's go.
It's a good adjective.
Yeah,
Right?
That's a good
Like
one.
it's very soothing.
I like
Yeah.
teal things.
Cool. Adjective.
Widowed.
I like it.
Fitting for the recent news.
Poppy.
Yeah.
What, the queen?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant
Uh,
DMX.
Yeah, I thought you meant DMX's wife.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess
let's-
widowed would have to.
Let's take a pause in our
Yeah.
Mad Lib to say R.I.P. to DMX.
Indeed, that was absurdly sad.
Yeah, great guy.
And fuck off, Prince Philip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
whole
he
bag
did.
of bones.
I wouldn't say I particularly hate the guy because I don't know much about him, but it's like if you're about to weigh him against DMX for me, like, sorry.
I mean, he didn't weigh a lot.
I got beef against the royal family.
Most of him was disintegrated before.
Yeah.
He died, so
Yeah. First of all, if you guys want to go on in the royal family on camera ever, I'm down. But we can move on right now.
just a quick break from Mad Libs to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah, we
Recent
just
news.
episode
Today's
20
sponsor
just about the
is-
crown. All right. I think we're on the Poppy. Noun.
You really caught me off guard here.
I know, dude. Nouns, who would have ever thought?
Pubic hair. Pube. Just pube. It's
Pube.
Just, yeah.
singular
The singular.
pube.
Wait, it's my turn. I was about to say Connor. I got an adjective. Let's go with moist. Everyone's least favorite word. And Connor, noun. I think this is the last one.
I gotta make it a good one, dude. I'm gonna go with Dwayne the Rock Johnson's ball sweat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dwayne.
Yeah.
The Rock
I will make sure
Johnson.
to say it that way. But
I've been saving that one, dude, for a while.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson sweat.
Yeah,
I'll probably say it that way.
the double Johnson sweat.
Okay. Here we go. This story is called Bowling. Bowling is a game in which a grimy ball is rolled along a seductive lane in an attempt to knock over painful wooden cacti.
Well, that first
If
line
you
is
knock
very.
over-
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all put together. If you knock over all 487 pins with your first mother, You have made a semi-truck. If it takes 2 balls to knock down all the Ariana Grandes, you've scored a flotation device. I like that one. If you ever bowl 300, which is a perfect liquid, you can expect to be interviewed by serendipitous sports writers and have your toilet in the Teal newspaper. Bowling is widowed fun for every member of your pube. and is also moist exercise for developing your Dwayne The Rock Johnson balls.
Very moist.
He works up a sweat, dude, but
Quick.
just in that one area.
Yo, that Mad Lib was written in 2001.
Wow.
That we just did. 20 years old.
Damn, that's as old as me.
You think they're still writing Mad Libs?
Oh, they gotta be
Probably,
right.
right?
Yeah. There's
Dude,
still
there's probably so many Mad Libs in the world in like collection. Like, how many Mad Libs do you think there are just in existence?
We should get sponsored.
Are you-
I'm assuming hundreds, right?
I would
don't
assume at
know.
least
Dude,
Like
like
seven?
millions. If
Billions, even, dude.
Let's see if I can look it up. Can you guys still hear me?
they say there are more Mad Libs than stars in the universe.
every time a star dies, it becomes a Mad Lib.
How many unique Mad Libs exist? History, Mad Libs. They have a website.
Blue Ball.
Blue Ball, PA. Yeah, that one's pretty biblical. That's what Joseph got when his wife got pregnant by a fucking deity.
By God.
I'd be pissed, bro. If I came home and she's like, "I'm pregnant," but good news, it was God that knocked me up. I'd be like, "Oh,
the
it's still
original
cheating."
Blue Ball.
Yeah, like I'm not okay with this.
There's
Like,
actually like a meme going around right now about this. Have you guys seen, is this why you're bringing this up?
No.
no, this
Okay,
just
so
happened
there's
organically.
It started, so this is more or less the whole thing. So it's just like a TikTok, and it's this guy, and he was like, "Hey, Mary, what's up?" And he hands her something. She's like, "Oh, you made me a pie." And he goes, "Yeah, I made a pie." And she goes, "How did you make the pie? We don't have an oven." He's like, "Well, a magical oven came, and I cooked the pie in it to make the thing." And she's like, "Well, that doesn't make any sense." And he's like, "Oh, so it sounds crazy now, Mary." And it's like this whole theme. Like, it's just like this whole shout out to Mary. Not throwing shade, just saying that's been a meme going around the internet right now. Oh, and to answer your question, there's been over 150 soft cover books made. I can't get any.
but then how many on average are in per book?
Yeah, let's do this calc. 150 times.
Let's see. I'm just seeing the company has published 150 soft cover books. That's all I'm seeing.
The FBI agent of Andrew's phone is like, what is he planning right now?
Yeah, he's planning some Mad Lib revolution. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Poppy, in this time period, have you found real news?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Connor, you want to explain real news?
No. Yeah, no, I will. Real news is based off of the satirical newspaper The Onion, which takes basically news stories that look like they could be real and hyperbolize them, but they're fake news stories. What we do is we go on r/real or r/not The Onion, and it's real news articles, like true news stories, but they sound like they're fake. They sound like they should be in The Onion. So that's why we call it real news.
Yeah.
So
The other thing that I think we always forget to mention is like the reason why we started this was because like we would call it This Week in Real News because like the phrase fake news gets thrown out like a lot. So it's kind of like a play on that, I guess, for people that are curious why we came up with this. But nonetheless.
Nonetheless, indeed. Start out with our favorite hotspot for real news. Fully booked Florida resort abruptly closes and kicks guests out after the hotel was sold earlier that week.
They got evicted.
They got zero refund. All the employees were fired, and that's it. The hotel was sold to someone else.
Who is buying hotels? Is Bruce Wayne like over in Florida? What?
Yeah, like someone decided to buy and just cut. And just like throw a rager that night.
I just
mean,
wouldn't have left the hotel, bro. What are they gonna do? There's too many rooms for them to check all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Give it
Like
like
they
a Home
walk in,
Alone
they're like,
situation.
"Hey, you got kicked out." I'd be like, "Bro,
Yeah.
no," and then I would just
Like,
stay.
dude, what are you talking
Nah,
about?
dude, the
Yeah.
new owners let me stay.
Yeah, bro, I'm tight with them. Jerry, they'd be like, "Try again." I'd be like, "Tom," and they'd be like, "We do know a Tom," and I'd be like, "Yeah, don't
Mhm.
fuck with me, or Tom will fire you."
Just be like, my uncle's the one who just bought this hotel. I'm observing.
Yeah. Like just a
Wow.
vague but specific enough answer that they won't question it, but it could be true.
Do we know where in Florida? Is it Miami?
Let me see. I believe it's
Sounds likely.
Orlando. It's Orlando.
Mm.
Imagine some just like billionaire that got blacked and he wakes up and he's like, "Fuck, I bought another hotel.
Yeah.
Gotta stop doing this. It's the
He's like 60. He
tequila."
has like a 20-year-old girlfriend, and she's like, buy the hotel. He's like,
If you
oh
loved
yeah,
me, you
you
would
really
buy
don't
me
think I'm
this
cool enough to
hotel.
buy the hotel? Yeah, I'll buy it right now. And he wakes up at 8:30 in the morning, like, God damn.
You guys seen the Ozarks?
I have
I have
not.
not watched that.
Oh, dude, you guys should watch. This whole situation sounds like something that would happen in there.
So there's a comment that I don't know how true this is, but apparently, the insurance of the property was expired, and so there was supposed to be a vacant property when the new owners took over
Yep.
the hotel.
Straight out of Ozarks.
But turns out they just kept running the hotel.
Yeah. Wow.
Wonderful.
That's crazy. That'd be like if you just stopped paying rent and then you were like, "Your guys are kicking me out." Like,
I know we've never said this before, but thank you, Florida, for all, we always say that. But wow.
shout out Florida.
I did, Poppy, when you were talking, I did hear a small bit of echo. Is that you're the one recording, so you would know? Is it going to cause any problems?
So the echo will come up, but it's all right.
Oh.
I don't think it was too distracting. If you guys think
Oh,
otherwise.
is it Connor? I feel like it's Connor based off of his reaction right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have headphones plugged in.
That's
I
okay.
didn't know who it was. I thought it was Poppy, to be honest.
Either A, I can work my magical editing skills and you'll only hear me once, which is very doable, or B, I'll be too lazy and you guys will hear two of Poppy.
Eh,
It happens.
Poppies.
we got it. Poppyception.
Yeah, Popeyes.
Popeyes.
Plus,
Mr. Taylor, man.
it'll just be for that beginning part.
Yeah, it wasn't too
Yeah,
bad.
no, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
Good
Do you
thing we
have,
caught it.
Another thing for us?
We do have another news article. Here we are. Woman finds out son's bride is actually her long-lost daughter on their wedding day.
Oh, sweet home Alabama.
Yeah. Boom, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, boom.
That's an L. That's a pretty big L. Like on the way. Like you can't even pretend you guys didn't do stuff. Like, oh.
Dude. No offense to Alabama, roll tide, baby. But yeah. I love how that was where both of our brains went.
Yeah, immediately Alabama, yeah.
So, what do you do in that kind of situation? Is there any details? Like, did they just on their wedding day were like, all right, nah.
So there's actually
Or they
some,
like-
there's some good news. Very good news. So obviously the bride was very concerned about marrying her older brother, but the groom was adopted.
Oh, okay.
So
That's better.
they didn't grow up together, so there's nothing weird on that front. But
They're just
definitely
legally
strange,
related.
definitely a
It's
strange situation.
still objectively weird.
Just
yeah, it
that
is. It's still
statement is just
objectively
like,
Loki sounds verbatim like a porn plot.
I was just about to say.
Yeah. Like,
dude.
What
While
is
we're on
up?
the subject of the P word, we're just gonna. I was gonna say I wasn't even gonna bring this up, but now that we're talking about that, so do you guys know Trevor Wallace? He's stand-up
Yeah.
Yeah.
Connor knows him. So he has this podcast that I listen to. I kind of use it as like a, almost use it as like a studying tool because basically him and this other comedian, they just for like 70 minutes straight, they're just freestyling at each other, like making each other laugh. It's like it's really is impressive. So long story short, 2 weeks ago. They had this like really famous male porn star as their guest on the show. They really don't have guests. But they had this guy on and he was like saying all this stuff. And apparently he's famous. I don't know. But he was explaining this stuff and it was like very, it was like pretty funny. I got to admit. So Trevor and his podcast partner, they're in Florida doing this thing and I'm just trying not to say too many details. Like, I'd just rather people just see it themselves, but they record it in the space where this man does his work. Let's go with that. Trevor after says to the guy who's like, yo, I want to film this video. And basically the concept of this comedy video is that somebody gets in the wrong Uber. And it's the car that this man is in. And they got this female actress to engage in it. And it literally came out this morning. It is so like I'm shocked that YouTube hasn't struck it down already. It's just like just watch it. But shout out to Trevor Wallace. He really, really went on the wild side with this one. I was gonna recommend you guys watch it. I was gonna text you guys today and be like, dude, you're not even gonna believe this shit, but I just have to give this guy credit. I just feel like it's just objectively badass. But yeah. But still, don't marry your sister. To get back to the plot of that situation.
To the main point of the episode.
It's like, well, do you know? Wait, where was this, Poppy? Did it say or no?
It was in China.
Oh, all right. Nice.
In China. Sounded very American. I'm not gonna lie, but man, well, interesting. I don't know. Do we do one more? Do you guys want to move on? What are we thinking?
Boom, boom, boom. What do you think, Poppy? What do you think, King Coom?
I mean, I have one if you just want to. I can just say it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do it.
So also relevant for what we were talking about earlier. BBC's Prince Philip coverage breaks UK TV complaints record.
Nice.
They got
Why?
the most complaints in the given time period in the history of UK TV to please stop covering it.
That's awesome. That's so funny.
People are just like, we don't want to hear it.
Yes.
You know what would be a goal of mine is for us to at some point have a British person on the show so that we can get their thoughts on the whole monarchy situation.
I mean,
I've always been very
yeah.
curious to see how British people feel about that stuff.
I know one British kid, but I don't know if he has an opinion on it.
Because it's like, I know that it sounds crazy to like most of the world that like, and again, I don't know this person personally. I bet she's wonderful. But the fact like a 95-year-old woman is in charge of like 40 countries around the world pay taxes to a 94-year-old woman. Like, I think for most of the world, that seems a little absurd. But like, also, this has come from the country that had the host of The Apprentice as their president for 4 years. So I'm not saying like we're excluded from being ridiculed, but I just like I'd love to hear what a British person has to say about that.
I really thought the monarchy
How old
was
is that guy?
primarily just ceremonial and like traditional, but there's not much.
Yeah, but taxes. That's gotta,
Oh, taxes going
Right.
to that.
Yeah, like if you're a citizen in Canada right
Yeah.
now, you're paying taxes to the
Yep.
queen.
Yep. To the
Yeah.
the monarchy is still.
No,
I see what
I'm
you're
saying the queen right now. It's not her fault. She's a 95-year-old
No,
woman.
it's just happens to be there,
Unfortunately, was as a 20-whatever-year-old, they were like, "Hey, you're gonna be the leader of one of the biggest nations in the world." Like, I'm not like blaming her specifically, but I'm just very curious to hear it from someone who has experience with it. I don't know. I've never been to England or anything, so I don't know. Yeah, and I'd love to just unleash King Coom on this right now. That would, yeah.
But to answer the question you were about to ask, 99 did not make it to 3 digits. It's Prince Philip.
Pranked.
Prince Philip.
So there was a complaints record. Was it just like boring and people didn't care?
I think it was
my
just
God.
interrupting too much of their normal television.
Yeah, bro. I'm trying to watch Everybody Loves Raymond reruns.
Dude, UK Office reruns, all that stuff. Yeah, let's try. Oh, there's soccer going on right now. Or
Oh
football,
yeah, actually soccer.
football.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got plenty going on. Yeah, but hey, we're not gonna rap on the dead, so rip.
Rip.
Rip to the man. All right, real news. That was wonderful. Oh, okay. I was actually looking forward to this. So, for context, I don't. We sent it to Poppy and King Coon, but I don't think we really explained ourselves. So, it's really hard to keep track of the episodes at this point. I want to say it was episode 15. Connor and I like just wrote some questions and bounced them off each other and talked about them. And Connor's questions were one very thought provoking, but also funny, and they were just like good. So what I said, and he always like Connor, you have like a tendency like sometimes just ask like cool ass questions when we're recording. So what I said to him was like, how about every episode you just like write down a question and ask us? And we're introducing a new segment now called Connor's Question of the Week. And Connor is going to ask us a question. We're all going to answer it, including him. And I have no idea what he's about to say. So, Connor,
I like this
take it
one.
away.
I thought this one like Saturday or Friday, I think. But this is just what's a food that's like not illegal, but like feels like it should be illegal. You know what I mean? Like some foods you eat and you're like, this shouldn't be allowed to be served to the general public.
Huh.
Yeah. That is my question of the week.
I feel like from the outside, kiwis just look odd.
Yeah.
have a weird
That's
aura.
a good one. Okay, I'll add
like-
pineapple to that situation. Kind of a
Pineapple.
Who decided to cut up the prickly thing? And was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
discovered that pineapples were fruits.
But then also put it in their mouth after.
Well, yeah.
I mean, not to be the boring guy, but I would think that people that cut up
being
and
the boring guy.
already knew what a fruit was, and they're like, oh, this tree also has something that looks like a fruit.
That's fair. You're giving the cavemen a lot of credit, but that's fair.
I
cave-
definitely am.
I'm trying to think of other ones. It's like, do you have any, Connor?
Dude, the one that I immediately thought of is the McChicken or the McDouble from McDonald's solely because it's $1. And I feel like the cost of production shouldn't be less than $1 for like any type of food you're getting from a restaurant.
So counterpoint, and this is kind of a double-edged sword that I'm bringing up. The Costco hot dog is $1.50.
Ooh.
People love it, and it's amazing.
It's a
I've
big
never
part of the
actually
business.
had it, so I don't know why I'm saying that, but I've heard it's really good. But the reason
That
I
is
say it's a
valid.
double-edged sword is because the first thing that I thought of was sausage. Sausages are just
Oh my
Oh
god!
yeah, yeah. In
gross.
actuality,
Yeah.
like
Their intestine.
who thought of that?
Have I brought up sausage
I
before?
don't think so.
I feel like maybe I haven't. Okay, so for a summer, I worked at an amusement park with my brother, and we worked at the. Well, it wasn't just me and my brother; it was other people. But he had worked there for a while, like a couple of years, and then I was like 16 or whatever. And I needed a summer job. I would go in once every 2 weeks with him and his friend to one, clean out the fryers, but two, cook the sausages. And
Yuck.
to this day, I only eat sausage patties. Watching sausage link, okay, I'm just gonna say it, it's shoving me into a condom. That is what sausage is. It's disgusting.
Foul.
It's like a
And
sock.
to see them raw, and we would separate them like on the links. God, it's disgusting. Thank you for bringing that up, Poppy. That was a
Honestly, the
great
fact that you
point. I
guys
think
are
you have the
doing
right
your own
answer there.
sausages at an amusement park is pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's actually a higher standard than
I would have
expected.
assumed that like they just.
Oh
bought
no! We
frozen
weren't
sausage.
stuffing the sausages. We weren't stuffing the sausages, but they were all linked up, and we had to cut them and then cook them.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking more just like it was some dude named Bill who just brought him from home, and the amusement park was like, yeah, that's
Dude,
fine.
Literally, it was Bill. Literally, it was Bill.
Just Bill.
No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't literally Bill, but it was some dude would show up. Yeah. Ugh,
Yeah.
God,
Like the
sausages.
serving size for a hot dog is supposed to be like one a year. That's
Yeah.
like what they're allowing. I definitely have like
who was the
12 a
first
year.
one to be like, let's make an edible casing and then shove a bunch of garbage meat. in
Yeah,
it.
so like, I guess people trying to save scrap meat, like that's intelligent, like grinding it up, but like,
True.
make it into like similar like ground beef. You know what I mean? Because that's
Yeah.
ground beef is
Just cook it
is
normally,
like a lot
right?
of scrap meat, but like
Yeah.
sausage is like let's just take it to an unnecessarily disgusting level.
It's probably for preservation.
That's a pretty good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, using the intestine was just not the idea. There has to be something else that they could use.
Well, now they don't use intestines for most sausages that are mass produced, right? Am I correct in that assumption?
I don't know, man. I feel like they still might.
You're the sausage guy, dude.
Why am I the sausage guy?
You're our expert.
You're the
Resident
Glizzy
sausage
Goblin.
The Glizzy Goblin. The Green Goblin's mentor, the Glizzy Goblin.
The Glizzy Gob.
The real menace.
His glider just shoots out glizzies at you.
The Green Goblin from Spider-Man has to have like a battle with the Glizzy
The
Goblin.
Glizzy Goblin. That's actually the leaked plot of the new Tom Holland Spider-Man
Yeah.
movie. Yeah, that's how they're concluding the trilogy. The Glizzy
Yeah.
Goblin's gonna show up.
You
Glizzy
heard it here
Gob.
first, folks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got.
It's just gonna be an hour and a half of Dave Franco deep throating a glizzy. That's the whole movie. No pauses.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, hold up a second. Why Dave Franco?
Because he played Harry in the Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, he did.
trilogy.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. That was.
Oh, dude, that's his older brother.
That's not Dave.
That's James Franco.
It's a different
I thought that was
Franco.
Dave.
I was-
Wait. You're right. Dave Franco's the one that's buddies with Seth Rogen.
Yeah, and he's in Grown Ups.
Yeah.
Because Connor was like, "Oh yeah, Dave Franco and Glizzy's," and we are like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," and then I'm sitting there like, "Oh wait, no, that's not." Yeah, but Dave Franco will play the Glizzy Goblin. You've heard it. here
Yes.
first.
Reprise the role of his older brother, but make it more modern.
Yeah. Wonderful. Well, that was a good question, Connor. Well done. That was awesome. Okay. Well, we have only one more thing before shoutouts. Let's see. It is fan questions, which we haven't done in
Many moons.
a prolonged period of time, and I can promise you we're not going to answer them all right now. So if you asked a question and then you're like, why didn't the question get answered? Apologies. We will get to it. I just pulled a couple of the questions we haven't answered and wrote them down. It's too many. I wrote down 5 of them, but we'll probably only answer 3 or 4 of them. So, okay. Oh, this is a very, very simple question, and we've cut this out like multiple times. I've been like, oh, we can answer this question. We never do. Just recommend a band or artist. That's all. Could be any genre. Just recommend somebody. Does anybody have a recommendation? Do you think people
I have one.
do it?
There's this band, and I guess I've really only listened to their one album, Tasmania, but the band is called Pond.
Cool.
It's kind of hard to describe. They have a variety of music styles within their album, but it's a very unique sound, inspired by like very like low key alternative, like independent rock. Not some rock, some independent pop, but like it's pretty good.
Cool.
It's a fun time. Pond.
Nice.
The only one I can think of is because we were just talking about it the other day is Lauryn Hill. She has one album called The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I recommend you watch it. Listen to it. She's fantastic. That's all I can think of right now. I'll probably think of something by the time Connor and King Koom answer, but that's the only one in my head right now.
That's all right. These guys are they're pretty like underground. They're like just starting to come up, but they're really good. They're called they have like a weird name because they're not really big yet, but I think it's like the Chain or the Chain Smokers, and they have this song called Closer that if you haven't heard that, it's pretty good. It's about this dude who steals his roommate's mattress, and then I guess him and this girl fuck. But yeah, the Chain Smokers, I think that's how you say it. Check them out if you haven't.
Literally, we're the chain smokers. Two white guys.
Oh, you guys are Daft Punk.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, that's why we broke up. We needed more time for the chill hour.
Can't see my face.
Daft Punk retired its music career to film the Chill Hour.
Coom, do you got a recommendation?
Wait, what was the original question? Because
Just
Connor just
recommend
threw
an
me
artist
through
or a band. Like any artist or band that you think people should listen to. You could literally say like Jay-Z
the one I
right now.
sent
could
you
say
last
Spanish.
week, Nico.wave, local Maryland PG rapper, probably has like less than 5,000 followers on Twitter, honestly.
Let's go. That's
But he's
sweet.
really dope. Last album was really good.
Let's go. Awesome. All right. So if you're listening, got a full slate of music you can listen to. All right. This one I was actually really looking forward to you guys' answers right now. What is your favorite planet in the solar system?
Uranus.
Uranus.
Are you guys locking in?
Okay, no, Jupiter for sure.
I'm still staying Uranus.
Okay. Why Jupiter?
The rings, like I don't know how they work or why they happen or really anything about them, but I don't want to know.
Do you mean
Saturn's
Saturn's?
rings?
Saturn's rings. Never mind. Yeah, I'm
Well,
picking
Jupiter does
Saturn.
have rings technically, or am I wrong about that? But they're like thin and you don't really
Is
see
it
them.
like
I
vertical
think
rings?
Uranus and Neptune. I mean, those certainly do have smaller rings.
Hmm.
Jupiter, I don't know if they do, but Jupiter has the most moons.
Moons. That's it. That's right.
Which are very cool.
Okay. Well, fuck. I like the moons though. The moons is a cool idea.
Yeah, it's
I'm
swaggy.
gonna say Jupiter's probably my favorite.
Me
Jupiter
too,
sounds
but
cool.
why?
Primarily because of the storms that happen on Jupiter. The Big Eye is a good example. Just this storm that's lasted such a long time, and
I'm the same way. It's just like that. Like a gaseous planet can have like a constant storm going on and it just never stops. And there's like no center. It's just like that is mind blowing to me.
there is
Or maybe there's like small.
there's a pretty
core,
there's a
right?
pretty big core. But it's absurdly small compared to the rest of the
But
planet.
in terms of like the total
Oh
volume
yeah,
of it's
very
very small,
very
right?
small compared to the volume of the planet.
Yeah, I think Saturn and Jupiter are like objectively the two coolest planets. I think.
I would say Saturn's up there. I was gonna say
Saturn.
Pluto, but my boy got kicked out of the cool kids club.
He got axed.
Pluty.
Yeah.
Pluty, my boy.
Free my boy Pluty. He ain't
Dropped
do
him.
nothing.
Yeah.
The
Hashtag
system is
free
corrupt.
Pluto.
Yeah, free Pluto.
Yeah. I'm trying to think because like I don't know, like Mercury kind of chill because it's right near the sun. That's kind of
Wouldn't it be the opposite of chill if it was right near the sun?
You would think, but Mercury's primarily the same size. Mercury faces the sun for a lot of its year. So the side
Interesting.
across from the sun is uber cold.
And then what? We're third, and then Mars is fourth.
Correct. Yeah.
Mars is actually kind of lit. We're on Mars now.
Oh
which
yeah,
is cool.
Ingenuity was supposed to take its test flight today. I need to check on to see if that happened.
Oh yeah, full circle. We were talking about the helicopter last episode. All right. Well, while you're looking that up, I'll look at the next question. All right, it's another favorite question. What is your favorite president of all time? And I'll preface this by saying that, of course, we can nitpick and talk shit about every president. It's pretty easy. But if you had to pick a favorite, what would it be?
I liked Teddy Roosevelt. He did a
Okay.
lot for the national parks. And that picture of him on top of the moose is pretty baller. I thought the context was that it was a photo shoot for a long time. Apparently, he just did that. He just walked up to the moose and just got on it, and the moose was like, "Yeah, that's fine with me." Which kind of crazy because like moose get massive, and they just let this dude probably because he has a really sick beard. I also feel like Teddy Roosevelt highly resembles Ron Swanson from Parks and Recs. I don't know about political ideology or any of that, but just strictly on how they look and I feel like how they spoke basis. So I like Teddy Roosevelt, big Roosevelt
He's
guy.
cool. Poppy King Coom, you have any presidential favorites?
Up there is Abraham Lincoln for just being the GOAT.
And tall.
Yeah,
And tall.
being so
he's
progressive.
the only one that I can think of too. Like I would say he's kind of my go-to, on top of the insanely obvious reasons. Throwback to episode 1, actually. Episode 1, I'm pretty sure is what I mentioned. I read a book about him. He's just a kind of an interesting guy. Was he perfect? No, but interesting. The other one that I'll shout out is Ulysses S. Grant, who was president. I think he was Lincoln got assassinated, and then I think His vice president was president after that was Ulysses. So Ulysses S. Grant was the general of the army when we beat the Confederacy. And basically, at the time that he was elected the general of our army, Robert E. Lee and our country's traitors, or whatever you want to call them, were winning the war, aka the Confederacy. That's the word. I will admit that I was blanking on that word. The Confederacy was winning, and they were like, we just need to basically find someone else who will think a little bit differently and do whatever. And Ulysses S. Grant, like, fun fact, he was just like a full-blown alcoholic. Like, he was drunk all the time. So he basically just like drunkenly won the Civil War. It's kind of like, it's like, and also you could probably say like most of the politicians and people and army people, but he was legitimately like drunk a lot, and they won the Civil War with some hammered dude, and they just needed like someone who could think outside the box, and he did. And then he became president. Honestly, he's probably not, I don't know if he's like a fantastic human being, but I just always found that kind of interesting. And so, yeah, General Grant. He's also on the, what, $50 bill? Yeah. So, yeah, I kind of fuck with that guy. Let's see if we got anything else. Oh, wait, Poppy, do you have any update on that helicopter?
Just slight hiccup, and as of the recording of this episode, there has been no test flight.
All right, we'll get back to you guys for episode 20. All right, last question. Well, not last question, but last question I feel like reading, and then we're going to move on. What have been your quarantine hobbies? Have you guys like picked up any hobbies during quarantine, or maybe something that you started before quarantine that you just haven't enough time, and over the last year you've kind of just been getting into? Kind of think I may know answers to some of those, but do you guys have any you want to stuff you just, just been spending your time doing?
I feel like I went through a bunch of phases of shit. Like,
That's dope.
I played a bunch of games for a while, like video games, and then I worked out a little bit, and then like constantly I've been working on my photography stuff, so I pushed that out as much as I could. And then I half finished a rug I was making, and it's just sitting in my room half made now. I need to finish it, but just random shit.
No, that's cool. Yeah, it's definitely a perfect year. For me, main things, I got into like old fashioned ways of listening to music. So, what you guys are well aware of oh my God, this thing has been going on forever. It was the end of last April. I got a vinyl record player. So I just been really into like vinyl records and cassette tapes and those main things in cassette in general. So I've just been doing that and just like trying to like go places and find old stuff opposed to like buying them on Amazon, like finding a vinyl record that was made in 1972 and then listening to it. So that kind of stuff. Yeah, a lot of just like trying to go outside as much as I can. But yeah, those are kind of the main things. I'm kind of blanking, but Connor, Poppy.
Just like games, pretty much working out. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, primarily I played a lot of video games, but I did that before quarantine. Played some guitar on the the first half of quarantine. I haven't really picked it up in a while, but kind of want to get back into it. I started sketching a little bit recently.
Nice.
I used to be a little more artistic growing up. I was president of art club in high school, so I wanted to get back into it. So I've been doing that.
So my all-time Poppy facts. So he was the president of all art club. That's the other thing you were just talking about. I've been like, trying to write more. That was the other one I was gonna say. She's been trying to write. Did you answer, Connor? You've been playing games. You've been doing some Pokemon stuff. That's been sweet.
Yeah, dude, it's been fun. Format's kind of bonk right now, but it changes up in a month, so wait until then.
Oh, also not to point out the obvious, but this.
Oh yeah, this.
Oh yeah,
we did this over. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but that the big quarantine project for all four of us really has been this. So, cool. Well, if you have any cool quarantine hobbies you think the four of us should do, let us know. Okay, we're on our last thing. The self-proclaimed Andrew's favorite segment of every episode, shout-outs. We just try to shout out people doing cool stuff. It technically doesn't have to be people. If there's like a dog that did something lit that week, you can tell. Just basically, over the last year or two, or maybe all the time. I don't know. I don't watch the news that much. There's just a lot of negativity and stuff, and we just want to bring a lot of positivity. So we just want to point out people, things, just done really cool stuff. It could be someone did something yesterday, did it a year ago, did it a decade ago, did it 100 years ago. We just want to shout people out, bring attention to them, and that's what we do. Does anyone want to go first? If not, I will. But if anyone has, Connor, do you have any shout outs today?
I would like to shout out marinades in the condiment aisle at Acme for making it look like I'm a good chef or cook when you really just put chicken in a bag and fill it up with the marinade. So shout out different marinades.
I got let's see. Okay, this one's actually really timely, which is second time in a row that has been timely for this. It's gonna be weirdly specific. You guys will be like, wow, that's weird. I wrote this down a week ago. I was gonna shout out for the unfortunately, don't hold this against me. I'm an Eagles fan to the grave. For the second time in a row, I'm about to shout out a player on the New England Patriots. And I was going to shout this guy out a week ago when we were going to film like 5 or 6 days ago, but something else happened today. So again, it's timely. I want to shout out this guy named Julian Edelman. Most people, I just said a guy named Julian. 80% of anyone who's going to watch this is going to know that name. He's a wide receiver for the New England Patriots. He's been for the last decade. He's probably the most prominent Jewish American athlete. And unfortunately, and I'm sure every single group of people can say, yeah, us too. So I completely get it. But unfortunately, over the last, let's call it year and a half or so, there's just been a lot of comments from people about the Jewish community that is it's not new, but it's, there's like a lot of people have said things with like just without like even like a sense of like restraint. I'm just like, ooh, that shows a lot about you. Julian Edelman, he's Jewish. He's what, again, like I said, he's probably, honestly, I can't think of a more famous Jewish athlete. He, in America at least, he basically every single time, this guy in the NBA, I'm not even going to say his name, I'm not going to bring light to it. Some guy in the NBA said a slur about Jewish people online. And this has happened multiple times, including football players, that kind of stuff over the last year. And every single time Julian Edelman, he just writes an open letter to that person saying, I'm not going to talk shit about you. That's not what we do here. If you want to come over to my house one weekend and we can talk and I can educate you about what you said or that kind of this or another, we're going to do it. Now, I'm not saying people don't deserve to be upset when things happen, but I do really like, I've said it a million times on here, I really like solutions-oriented people. So he doesn't make things personal. He just decides to take it upon himself to just be like, hey, if you ever want to talk to another athlete or another famous person and get educated on something, I'm there for you. And I think that's very admirable. And then today he actually just got released by the Patriots because he failed a physical, and the reports are coming out. And honestly, he may have changed. He may have retired during the filming of this show. Apparently, the news is that he's going to retire. So I just want to shout out to him on a great career, Super Bowl MVP, 3-time Super Bowl winner, and also just like a really strong head, he's got a good head, and shout out to him. Last episode, we shouted out that girl Sedona Prince, the one on the Oregon women's basketball team who like posted all the stuff about how the locker rooms were crazy. So someone found her TikTok and sent it to me. Oh my God. So the thing that I didn't mention at the time is she's 6'7". She has a girlfriend who's 4'9". Y'all gotta look at her. I'm shouting out her TikTok right now. It is so funny. Oh my God. They do TikToks together, the girlfriend and her, and it's like the height difference it's hilarious. I can't do it justice with my words. Just look up Sedona Prince and look at her TikToks. I'm sure you can find them. Shout out Mexican food. Mexican food is so good. That's all I gotta say. Shout out Mexican food. Lastly, my favorite YouTuber growing up, Jimmy Tatro. He has this channel, Life According to Jimmy. A lot of frat guys know him as the frat guy person, but he does a lot more than that. He has a show on Facebook Watch, actually. He just got his first like mainstream sitcom. It's called Home Economics. It's him, the dude from That 70s Show, and some other woman. There's about 3 siblings, and he plays one of the siblings. So it's like his first main sitcom. Last episode came out last Wednesday, and it was dope. So I just wanted to shout him out. It's really cool to like see somebody that you've been following for a decade like finally get to where they want to go. Really cool. So shout out to him. That's all I got. Poppy King Coom, Got shout outs?
Yeah. Shout out to people that succeed and do well and chase careers, that their community or their, or their culture is underrepresented in. So recently, I've been going to meetings at my work with an employee resource group called Spectrum, which is just meeting. Anyone can join, but it's an employee resource group for people in the LGBT community, and um, like they're just people. They're pretty underrepresented in engineering, and other STEM fields. So it's awesome to see, how well they do and how much they succeed in an engineering company. And so a trans woman was one of the co-leaders of the group, and she just recently she recently stepped down so that other people could help co-lead the group. But I just speaking with her and her giving a safe space to all these people and also being a successful engineer is just really cool to see. And then also related to that, I recently gave like an engineering sort of my engineering journey presentation to high schoolers, and seeing more women in engineering is also just inspiring and cool to see, especially STEM fields and other fields similar to it have historically been predominantly old white men, and I'm happy to see a lot more diversity in that. So shout out to people that chase their dreams anyway, and are starting to break the system down.
Hell yeah.
Also shout out
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yako's, the hot dog place near me, for still selling hot dogs
Yo,
even though
that place
they're
is fire.
objectively gross. But Yako's are delicious. Okay, those are my shout outs.
All right. I'm gonna shout out The Onion. For one, without The Onion, we wouldn't be able to do real news.
Yeah.
And two, anytime there's a stupid shooting by a cop, they tweet something hilarious in like a way to point, like in their satirical way to point out like how bad these events are. They tweeted, Minnesota police says officer accidentally discharged weapon after being startled by sight of gun in own hand.
Mhm. And they do the
So-
same thing with mass shootings. They go, there's nothing we could do, says the only country in the world where this happens.
Yeah, exactly. So they're using their own satirical power in what they are and putting it to some good. So shout out them. And RIP that kid who died in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Whether it was accident or not, that just should not have happened.
Dude, way to say something really profound without taking like a strong political. That was well done, dude. That was well done.
Thanks.
Without taking like a very strong political stance, which we try not to do. But if you're watching this, I think everyone can kind of agree that no one should die. Yeah. Way to go. Yeah. No, seriously, rest in peace to that guy. I can't say I did read up this afternoon, but to say I'm like an expert on the situation would be a lie. But rest in peace to that guy, and let's all be better. Yeah. And like Poppy said, shout out to people that are like different people in different fields, and yeah. Representation matters, I think, more than people want to admit, right? I don't know how you guys feel about that.
I realize we just hit sex, religion, and racism
social
all in
issues.
like one shout out.
Yeah. Seriously. But yeah, no, seriously, like yeah. And shout out all the people. Okay, here we go. We're gonna spin this pot.
Shout out
shout out to everyone who lifts people up and are good people and put a smile on people's faces. Shout out to you.
Yeah, emotionally and physically. Like people at concerts they can't see and somebody lifts them up. Goats.
Yeah, dude.
Someone's got to lift them up.
Shout out to episode 3, Lucas, who lets me get on his shoulder sometimes.
Specifically,
Shout out to
Lucas from episode 3.
Lucas for putting me on his shoulders when I didn't ask.
Yeah. Dude, he probably has done that before. Yeah. But yeah. Shout out to all the homies out there. Oh, dude, sorry. I have to do one more shout real quick. The other day was our friend AJ's birthday. Shout out to him. Went down
birthday,
and
AJ.
hung out with him on his birthday, went out to dinner with him. We got a nice outside responsible dinner. It was just very, very fun. We had a good time, and he's a sweetheart. So happy birthday to him. But that's it. Anyone else got anything on their brains they want to talk about? I'm gonna take that silence as no. Connor, do you have anything to say? before we
Say?
dance? Yeah, in general.
No.
Not a particular word that begins with the letter P?
Penis.
There we go.
Yeah.